Welcome to a video from thedigital-lifestyle.com. In this video we're going to have a look at the new build of Windows 10 for Windows Insiders on the fast ring. This is build 10586. Now you might get used to that build number because it's highly likely that this is the threshold to release. This is the final version of this development, and this will be the release that goes out to the public as the fall update or autumn update for Windows 10. You'll notice one main change on here is there's no watermark down here at the bottom. The watermark has been all the previous builds except for 10240, which was the RTM build of Windows 10. So it's highly likely that this is the build that's going to be released to consumers through Windows Update as a cumulative update. So as you'd expect, there's not a huge amount of changes to this build. There are some things that have been fixed, like when your music's playing and you get a notification in through like Twitter or Skype or email or whatever, you don't lose the sound for sort of 20 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever. It was a bit annoying. That's been fixed. The issue with the power button on the Surface has been fixed. It actually, on the Surface Pro 3, it puts it to sleep instead of shutting it down, and I actually found that affected my Link 7 as well, so it must be something to do with power profiles. On the previous build I saw on the Link 7, not on this one actually, every now and again a command prompt with disk snapshot would appear at the front of the window, and that doesn't seem to be happening now. It remembers your PIN or the PIN method when you sign in. It fixes some issues with Edge browser, and it fixes a problem with the small devices that on the 7-inch devices with that do a blue screen during the setup. Now I had that on my Link 7, not on this one, but I found that if I did it in landscape mode, it was fine anyway. But that's been fixed on here. So there are a couple of issues. You might lose your Skype, the contacts. There's a way of getting back. The Insider Hub app might not be there, and you can bring that back in. But I found this build to be pretty fast so far. It's nice and smooth. Edge browser works. One thing that annoyed me on not this last build but the one build before, when you went back to start and hit the Edge browser, it would load a new instance of Edge. It doesn't do that, and really everything's working as you would expect. It's nice and fast. Task switching is nice and fast. The whole thing feels nice and smooth, so it really does feel like a release version. Of course, this has got introduced in a couple of builds ago, is the caster media, which I've been trying, and that works really well. So you can cast this picture, or if on a YouTube channel, you can pass the YouTube. You can pass the YouTube video, or even music as well. If you're listening to some streaming music, you can use DLNA and send that to a DLNA receiver, and that does look good. Have a look on the other. On the previous video if you wanted to see how that works. That was on the last release. So overall I think this is looking good. Windows 10 ready to go with the new version, and then we get on to the Redstone builds, and we'll start getting some new Insider preview builds. You never know, we might get another one before the final one, but I've got a feeling this is likely to be the one. Thanks for watching this video. You can look back at our previous YouTube videos showing all the pre-releases of Windows 10, all the builds of Windows 10, and you can follow me on Twitter @ISDixon.